Hello guys, welcome to another video in the theories of coding. Today we are going to do the problem which is called insert into binary search tree. So given the root of a binary search tree and a value that you have to insert, return the root node of the BST after insertion. And we are guaranteed that the new value does not exist in the original BST. Okay, let's try to take an example to understand this. Suppose this is our binary search tree, and a binary search tree has the property that whenever you have a root value, the left side of it will always be less than the root value and the right side of it will always be greater than the root value. And this includes all the root nodes, all the nodes which are on the right side. For example, on the right of 10 you have all these nodes, 17, 12, 4. All of these nodes will be greater than the value 10 because 10 is the root node. Okay, and so on. At every node you have this property satisfied. Okay, now let's try to take some example to understand. Let's say I want to insert the value 3 in this BST. Where will I insert? Let me start from the root node. Okay, so 10. Let me see if I should go left or if I should go right. Okay, I have two paths that I can take. Now 3 is less than 10, right? So I will take the path which is left, because if 3 is to be present, it will be on the left side of 10 because 3 is less than 10. So I will take the left path. Now again I will come to the root 7. Again I have the same condition. So 3 is less than 7. So again I will go to the left side of it. Now I will come to this node. Now this is 2. Now for the first time what is happening is 3 is greater than 2. So I know that in this case I have to go right side. So I will go right side. So I will go right side. If I am going right side, I know that it is null, it is empty, right? There is no node that is there, so there I can insert 3. So whenever we find a node that is null, right, whenever we don't have any node there, we can go and insert the node 3. Okay, that's it. That's how we can solve this problem. Okay, now let's take some other example. Let's say you want to insert the node 13. Let's follow the same technique. So we start with the node 10. We have to decide whether we have to go left or right. So how do we decide that? So the simple condition is, okay, you are going to check if the value is going to be lesser or smaller. For example, 13 is greater than 10, so you have to go right in this case. Okay, we are trying to insert 13 and we are checking at 10. 13 is greater than 10, so you are going to go right. Now let's come at 17. Now 13 is less than 17, so you are going to go at left. Okay, now let's come here. We have 12. Okay, now in this case 13 is going to be greater than 12. Okay, so we have to go right. So let's go right. Let's go right. Now in this case we are at 14. Now 13 is smaller than 14. So in this case you have to go left. Okay, so we go left. Now in that case we see that there is a null node. So because that there is a null node, you are going to insert 13 there and you are going to form a binary search tree with the node. Let's move forward to the coding part. So we have first condition, if the root is null, right, then in that case you have to insert. So if the root is null, or a simpler way to give this condition is if not of root. That means if the root is null, in that case you have to insert the node there and return. Okay, so let me insert a new node. So let me create a new tree node, and there's a constructor function which takes the value and creates the node. So let me just pass the value. This function will ensure that a new node is created there. It will have the value which we are giving and we can return that particular node. Okay, otherwise there are two cases, right? What are the two cases? So we have to decide whether we have to go left or we have to go right. Okay, how will we decide that? So that will depend on the value that we have. For example, if the value is 3, then in that case you have to choose left, right? So because 3 is less than 10, 10 is the root's value and this is the value that you have. So we will have to decide based on whether value is smaller or root's value is smaller. Okay, based on that we will have to give condition. So if the value that we have, okay, if that is greater than the root's value, then definitely you have to go right. Okay, then in that case you have to go right. Okay, let's say you have 13 and the root value is 10. Okay, 13 is greater than 10, that means you have to go on the right side. Okay, let's see that example again. Let's say we have 13, 13 is greater than 10, that means you have to go on the right side because 13 will be inserted in this part of the tree. Okay, so that is what we will do. So we will call this function again, insert into BST, and we will pass the right side of the root and we will pass the value. Now this function is going to return the node, right? So we will have to return the node. So what will happen? First of all, roots left, roots right will become this. So whatever root this is returning, the new root with the inserted new node, right? That will become the roots right. We will see a dry run. First, let's write the code. Okay. So this is the else case. Else what will happen? Instead of right, we'll just give left. Okay, same line of code I'm just giving here. Instead of right, we'll give left. Okay, insert into BST roots left and value. Okay, and finally we can return the root. So let me run the code and see if it's working. So it's working. Let's submit the code and see. So it's working. Now let's do a dry run. Okay, let's see a dry run of the code with let's say some example. Let's say that the node that we have is 11. Okay, that you want to insert with a value of 11. So the val that is there is currently 11. Okay. First we will check this condition. So if root is null, currently root is not null because the root is having lot of children unless it becomes null. Okay, so this condition will not be satisfied here. Let's see the next else condition. So if the value is greater than the root's value, so we are checking if 11 is greater than 10. This is true, right? This condition is true. Second condition is true. So what we will do, we will call this function again, because in this line what will happen, we will call this function again. So we are making the first call to this function. Let me write BST for short. This is the first call to the function that we are making, and we are calling the right part of the root. Okay, so we will call the right part of the root and we will pass the value 11 again. Now we are making the call here. Okay, now we are coming to this. Now this value is the root. Okay, in the new call, this value is the root. Again we are calling this function. The root is this part and the value still remains 11. So we will check the same condition. Now in this case 11 is less than 17. This condition is false. This condition is false. Okay, this condition, third condition, is true because the value of 11 is less than 17, which is the current root's value. So we will call the left side of the function. Okay. So let's call the left side of the function. So now we had made the function call. Okay, we had made the function call. This is the first function call that we had made, and we came to this current part. Again from here we are going to make the function call again. Okay, so we will make the function call with in the left part of the current root. So we are making this function call again. We are making the function call again. Okay, this time what is the root? The root is 12. So we are making the function call to the left part because 11 was less than 17. Now in this case again 11 is less than 12. Okay, so we are again entering into this condition. First condition is false, second condition is false, third condition is true again. So again we will make a function call to the roots left part. Okay, so 11 is less than 12. So we will make a function call to this part of the root. So let us call the left part again. Okay, so we are calling the left part again. We are making the third function call. Okay, I'm just noting down the function calls. This will happen in the stack. Okay, so I'm making the function call again. Now when I come to this function call, the root is null. Okay, when I come here, what will happen? Let me erase this. So when I come here, the root is going to be null. So root is null, right? So in this case, this condition will be true, okay? Because root is null. So this condition is true. So it will create a new root and it will return back that particular root. So first a new root is created, okay? This part of the code will create a new node and it will place it there, okay? It will create a new root, okay? So it will create a new node and we will return this node. When we are returning the node, what is happening? First we are creating a new node and we are returning it. So once we are returning, where will it go? It will go back to this function call, right? We had called the function. It will go back to this function call. It had been called from here. It will go back to this function call where this root had called, okay, its left function, right? From this part of the code, we had called this function and this line was executed. It will return back to this part of the code again. Okay, once it has come back to this part of the code, in this case the root is 12. Okay, so the left part of the root's left will become equal to whatever this function had returned. And what is this function returning? This function is returning the new node 11. That is why 11 will be placed on the left side of 12. Okay, so this call will get executed, and on the left side of 12 we will have 11. Okay, once this work is finished, okay, once this line is also executed, okay, once this line is executed, what will happen? We will return the root. Which root are we returning? We are now in the function call with node as 12. 12 is the root, so we will return back 12 as the root. Okay, so this function call is finished. We will return back to this function call. Okay, now who had called this function? Which was this function? This function was the function call with, okay, let me erase it. This function call was a function with 17 as the root. So 17 was the root. Okay, 17 was the root, and we had called the function on the left side of 17. So again this line had been executed, but 17 was the root. So we are in this, we came back to this function call. So when we came back to this function call, what will become the new roots left? This entire part. Okay, whatever this guy had returned, so it will return root, right? It will return this part again. So now this entire part will get added to the left of 17. Okay, earlier the left of 17 was having only 12 and 14. Now we have entered a new node 11, and that entire part is returned back to this function call. So now left of 17 will become this entire function. Okay, this entire piece of, okay, tree. So now once this is executed, it will return root. By root, what is it returning? It's returning the entire root with its children, right? So this part is entirely getting returned back to the function call of 10. So now this part is also executed. Now we are coming back to the main function call. Now this had called. Now which line of code had been called from here? So from the second line, right? So when the root was 10, okay, we had checked the condition 11 is greater than 10. So this condition was false, but the second condition was true. So that piece of code had been called, okay, that function call had called, and that is returned. So it is returning, and the right part of the root will become this entire part of the tree. Okay, because that entire thing is getting returned. So now when it gets returned, this piece is also executed, and it is if, else if, and else. So these two are false. Okay, only, I mean, it will not even check the third condition. First condition is false, second condition is true. So just it will go to this line, and we are returning the root. So what is the root that we are returning now? Back to whoever had called this entire function, right? From the main we would have called this entire function. We are returning this entire, okay, this entire root. So we are returning back this entire root, which is 10, and this function call is also over. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for being patient and listening.